What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Ani-mity. And today we are going to finally be fulfilling our promise of my Helluva Boss Season 2 ranking, song ranking specifically video. Now, originally, why I split this series into two episodes is because of the fact that I wanted to give Helluva Boss the same treatment that I'm going to give Has Been Hotel, because at this point I've forgotten actually if I've done a Has Been Hotel songwriting video, but I figured since I only had the songs of Has Been Hotel Season 1 to go off of, and Season 2, at least as of when I was doing the series, I know Season 2 has since come out, but when I was doing it originally, I only had Season 1 to reference, and I thought that wasn't really fair of me to do for Helluva Boss. So I was going to rank each season in isolation, just as I planned to do for Has Been Hotel, and then later do some kind of like comparison between the two and see how I feel like about the songs overall, going between the two different seasons. So that's why this one kind of took a bit of a back burner, and then also I just kind of got really, really busy lately. So it's been a minute. But we're finally back, and I'm finally ready to give you guys my thoughts and my reactions to the songs of Helluva Boss Season 2. Sorry, I am just really excited because of the fact that Has Been came out. It was a really good season. I could do a whole video kind of talking about that, and I will do that eventually, just not now. Anyway, so just to recap for the rules for those of you who are just tuning in with us now, when I do these ranking videos, when I do specifically for song ranking, and really for a lot of different kind of rankings, usually the things I look at are A, how much did I personally enjoy it, and B, taking a bit more of an objective lens and seeing how well do I think whatever it is I'm talking about benefited the story that they're trying to tell, how well it reflected the characters, how well the characters influence the story, or how much whatever it is I'm talking about influences my overall perception of the thing, which isn't necessarily even how much I like or dislike that specific thing, or just how it is I feel about the entire show and what I feel like it does for it. So there's a lot of stuff that I could say for that. With the Helluva songs, there are some songs that I thought were really, really good, but then just miss the mark as far as what they're supposed to be doing for the overall show. And I think that my rankings kind of reflect that. So I'm going to go through explaining some. I will also say spoiler warning. There are a lot of songs in Season 2, but I think I can kind of sum up a lot of how I think and feel about a lot of the songs from Season 2 in kind of few-ish words for it. Because originally, like, I was going to do this in the same style I did my first season, which was just I did like one by one doing that. But A, because of the fact that animating that took forever for me to do, and B, because of the fact that I think that it's kind of easier for me to do it, I'm just going to show you guys my full ranking here, and then I'll kind of go through step by step talking about it, and you guys can like pause and see where my stuff is. Write your angry comments, because I'm sure there's going to be some people that disagree with my rankings for some, but yeah. So that being said, let's get into it. So this is my ranking list here. You'll notice there's a lot of stuff in A. Oh, yeah, also, I should mention, I do an S tier, but usually I save S tier for a more like exclusive thing at the end. I've noticed that trend with a lot of people who do ranking videos, and I kind of wanted to follow through on that trend. So S tier is going to be saved exclusively for one song and one song only. And I do have like 3 categories for it. I have the S tier for my personal taste. I have the like objective S tier, which I think is like the song that I think universally is the best song. And then I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring, and I'm gonna guess what I think the like carry song is. Like, what is the song that, like, whether it's the best song or not, does it carry the season on its back with how good it is, or just with what it does for the overall story? So I'll show all of that in a little bit. But for now, here's my ranking list. I'm sure there's some surprise options here, like the Millie Moxie song being in B. I just think, like, for what it does for, I guess, that scene and kind of showing Moxie's descent into madness while they were on that trip, I thought was really entertaining to see. And I think it also just another lovely showcase of the two of their love. But that, I think, just like, it's a good-ish song that does the job well enough. That's why it's in B. I think, like, if I were to rank it purely off of how much I like them, it would probably rank a little bit lower. But that's kind of why I have that song up in B. Like, even like the song with Stolas and and Blitz during Sinsmas when they're kind of going about with Blitz trying to cheer up Stolas. Like, I think that the song is but for what it does for Stolas and kind of showing his downfall arc here, I think it's a really, really good song. So that's why I have that ranked up here. Or even like look at this. The reason why I rank that so low, I love this song. I think it's a great song. And for as much of a like, oh, it's just a hey, look in this completely other direction song. It's like it's fun and it does everything that I'd want for it to do, but overall, as far as I guess the plot itself, I didn't feel like it did very strong, so that's why I ranked that a little bit lower. But yeah, those are all like I guess the kind of it makes sense if you know me, or even like juggling is cool is like I like the song, but I think just overall it was just kind of filler for what we kind of already got the sense of what was going on from what else was happening around us. Same with the two Ghostfucker songs. Anything having to do with Chaz, I'm kind of going to rank exceptionally low. I'm surprised I didn't rank the C. I also made this list a while ago to kind of. I remember some of why I ranked these songs where I did. Like, I believe I have in B, Oh Millie, or I have like the songs from Regular Joe or whatever that episode was called with Blitz's sister and all that. I ranked those songs really high because like I liked how that was kind of Millie's not necessarily coming out, but it's kind of like her really taking the spotlight, and I really liked what those songs did. So yeah, so those are kind of my general thoughts for I guess like all the stuff down below. The Striker song I think is just good, and again kind of sets up the menace, which is really a shame because of that kind of after that episode, all menace that he ever built up kind of got lost. And as much as I don't like Striker as a character, damn was that song good. But I think the thing that I'm going to want to talk a lot more about is my A tier ranking. You'll notice a lot of Stolas' songs are here. If it hasn't been made apparent to people, I am a huge, huge Stolas fan. And I think that just his songs in general, especially this season, are really good. Like anytime Stolas is either on screen during a song or he's directly singing it, it's an instant like for me. And let's see, like Stolas Sings, I think is so emotional and kind of like it sets up a whole change in the dynamic of Stolas that I don't think we ever really had. We didn't really have in season one. Like we got hints of it kind of close to Ozzy's, but it's the first time I really get to see like this more dramatic side of Stolas and this more like I don't want to say human, but like this emotional side of him, which I thought was really, really interesting to see and changed his whole dynamic going into the season as our first song. What you think about now? I think it's just a very good song. It's just like it's a lot of high octane action. The song itself is really good. I'm not a big fan of when it shifts tones, but at the same time, like it doesn't take away from how cool the fight between the two is. And I like the way that the choreography plays into it. So the choreography, I think, kind of full sends the song into A tier. Maybe without the choreography, I would have ranked it a little bit lower, but I think it's just a really, really good song. That episode was just really, really good. Then we have the two Mammon special songs, the Crooked and 2 Minutes Notice. I don't think anyone who's heard 2 Minutes Notice, I'm sure, is not surprised that this ended up here. I think just for what that song does as far as like Blitz's, or not Blitz, Fizz's final, like, I'm done with this and I'm finally done with you, Mammon. And for all the buildup we got in that episode for it to culminate into that song, it did really, really well. And Crooked kind of does the same thing. And it's also, as I've said a great many a time, I'm a sucker for a good love story. And I think Crooked is such a beautiful song between Ozzy and Fizz. I think just it shows their relationship really, really well and shows just how deeply they do love each other. So I think like for all those reasons, it deserves that placement. And then we have Look My Way, which again is another like development. It's also just the story behind that song being like a fan song originally that later got adapted by Bryce and by Viv and all the other people. So I think just the history behind that is really, really good. The visuals of that song are really, really good. What it says about Stolas and kind of his fears and trepidations is really good. And I can say the same about When I See Him Tonight. It's like the way both Look My Way and When I See Him Tonight do for Stolas' character and for the relationship he has with Blitz, I think is really, really interesting and does a whole lot for the, like, people might blame season 2 as like it's a departure from like the usual like slice of life kind of like humor aspect and went to more like story driven drama. I like that it did that, and I like how the two songs there kind of like delve into that very, very deeply. So I really liked that aspect of it. All to You, I think, broke a lot of people's hearts, mine included. Like the was it Over You also, like the both songs dealing with breakup and kind of this deep reflection of not only these characters and the aftermath of their relationship with Blitz, but then also kind of this reflection of Blitz as a character finally putting the mirror up to him. And I think I watched Danny Mata's video for Helluva Boss for these two for that episode. Also, shout out to Danny, he's awesome. But anyway, and I think he put it best, where it's kind of like putting Blitz in that situation where he had no choice but to kind of just sit there and take the criticism and take the deep look into the mirror that he did in that episode was really, really strong. Like, it was a great move for his character, and overall for the story, I think that was really, really good. It kind of like, it sets up this arc for Blitz, which I don't think we really got before. Like, we always got like there was some reasoning for his self-loathing, and we knew there was some like redemption arc he needed to go on with that. But this is the first time I think he was ever really made aware of it himself. So now it feels like we can finally start with him changing from there. And I'm kind of disappointed, like, we got that great episode, and then, like, I like Ghostfuckers. I think it's a good episode, but it just, like, it feels so, like, sandwiched in between that and then Mastermind later. And it's like, I kind of wish that the momentum of these two songs has continued into that episode, but it just wasn't. But that's okay. I mean, they're good songs on their own right, and I like what they do for it. I just wish they did more with it, but they are A-tier worthy for that. Then we have Mastermind. I just like, again, this is another one of those, like, it's dramatic flair. It's a lot of this development of Stolas and Blitz's love for each other. And I just love this, like, soaring of emotions that happen with it, especially closer toward the end. Like the I have no regrets. Why am I throwing my freedom away for this idiot? It's kind of like, this is the kind of like really quick, snappy, like, not even redemption, but I guess is kind of like healing of the rift between Blitz and Stolas, which I think was really interesting. And it's kind of also, this is the moment where Blitz finally confessed his feelings for Stolas, and we kind of finally got this, like, it's out. He's finally said, like, he actually loves Stolas, because he's never really admitted to it before. So I really like the song for that, and I just like the overall, like, energy and feel of the song. So it has a lot riding on it. I really, really like the song. I've also covered the song multiple times over at, like, karaoke parties I went to when I was in college, so it has a special place in my heart for that as well. Uh, so yeah, I really, really like the song. And then last we have Octavia's song "I Will Be Okay," or the like callback to "You Will Be Okay," because I love "You Will Be Okay" as its own. Like, it just is such a sweet lullaby of a song, and it does such work for showing, as I said in that video, it just does so much showing Stolas's love for Octavia, and it's kind of interesting to see how that's turned on its head in that song. And it really gets to showcase Octavia's character in a way that we'd never really seen before. Like, again, to mention Danny in this, I do agree with the criticism that Octavia kind of does have these moments where she does feel like her only person. Like, we don't really get to see Octavia's personality really on display much. But this song did so much for kind of showcasing the complexities of her character. And I think that did a lot for that episode, for developing for the rift that's occurring between Stolas and Octavia. I think it's just a really, really good song, and I think it's again, I love callback songs. I like when you take the melody or you take the lyrics of a song and you kind of turn it on its head. It's like in You Didn't Know for Hazbin Hotel. I like how they do a callback to Hell is Forever and kind of turn that back against Adam. I think that was one of the best parts of that song. And when I do my ranking of that, you'll know that's going to rank very, very high. But, I Will Be Okay, and Octavia's song in general, I think just does so much for that development. So now moving on to the other part of my ranking, which is the S tiers. These are the songs that are, as I said, my favorites, which are When I See Him Tonight, just because I think it's just such a. I love the nervous energy of Stolas in that song. I think I love the way in which it develops it sets up the entire episode just in that song of like the trepidation of how this is going to go and the miscommunications between the two. I think is really strong. Mastermind, I've already explained why I really really like the song. I think All to You is the objective best. Now, I also did some research. I did some, like, I looked up, like, okay, top 10 songs, and then looked at a whole bunch of different people's lists and tried to see, like, okay, what's the common denominator of these lists? What's the thing that a lot of people seem to be saying? And I'm not entirely surprised to see that it is All to You. Like I said, I think the song just does so much, and it, like, speaks to a big generation of people who, like, have this more emotional who've been through these very emotional breakups. And I think that just it spoke to like a whole faction of people in a way that I haven't really seen in a lot of shows. So I think that it just does so much for like the tone and flavor of the season. So like I'm not surprised that's there. It's a great song. I would have added it to probably my favorites as well, but it's just there are other songs I like and I kind of wanted to try to keep this more exclusive. I just genuinely could not pick between When I See Him Tonight and Mastermind. I think they're both such good songs. The same could be said for 2 Minutes Notice, where I really, really like this song. And I think like just it is again like the whole like it's the song that I feel like inspired me toward Helluva Boss originally. Like I remember my friend when I was in LA showed me 2 Minutes Notice and I was like jamming to it and I was like, dang, this is a really, really good song. And I was like, I became curious. I wanted to see what else the show had to offer. And that's ultimately what inspired me to go into Helluva Boss. Even if like Helluva Boss and Red versus Blue kind of like were rocky starts for me because kind of the use of language, if you would, was kind of off-putting to me. But then once I was able to kind of get over myself with that, I found I just really, really like the season. I think the song is just such a carry because that it is so good and just again like the liberation, it's kind of like breaking of a toxic relationship, and we're like all cheering for Fizz in that moment. It makes the song really, really good. So yeah, those are my rankings. I wanted to try to keep this nice and short because I know you guys have been waiting for my thoughts and my reactions to season two songs for a while. So I just wanted to make this really quick. I wanted to get this out there so that way you guys wouldn't kill me for the fact that I haven't done it yet. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my reactions. Eventually, I will do. Oh yeah, I should mention also, season two has like all my favorite songs of Helluva Boss. Like I would love to rank it compared to like House of Osmodius and a bunch of other stuff, but really, I love these songs a whole lot. So like, I think this is even like my comparative season rankings as well. Like I just think season two just overall has the better songs. And that's just a me thing. Like, just I like how it leans into the drama, as I said, a lot more. But anyways, if you guys want me to do my, if you guys are looking forward for me doing my Has-Been Hotel song rankings and doing my reviews of the two different seasons, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be very excited to hop on doing that soon. I've been trying to crank out videos as much as I can lately, just because I got a lot of stuff that I've been getting ready for. So let me know how you guys think or feel about this down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. But with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope that this was worth the wait in some degree. I know it's a little bit like rushed. It's a little bit like it's just I'm kind of like blazing through a lot of this stuff. But it's also because I think I just spent way too long on some of these songs, and really my thoughts can kind of be summarized in a lot quicker ways. So I'm trying to make this a little bit faster with that, and hopefully that works for you guys. If you guys want me to do a more in-depth review of each of any of the songs in particular, if you guys think any of these deserve like a video on its own, because I'm not above doing that, let me know down below. With that being said, I'll wrap this up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.